More than a third of New Yorkers are foreign-born, and that number is only likely to grow. With this in mind, one Afghan American artist set out to document their stories. But to hear them, you'll have to pick up the phone. Let's find out why.
Destined for the scrapyard, but now the tales will continue to be heard in these vintage New York phone booths. An Afghan American artist has brought them back as an art installation where people can dial up some touching stories from immigrants themselves.
This installation is called Once Upon a Place, and essentially I collected migration stories from some of the newest New Yorkers as well as second and third generation immigrants, talking about why they left their homeland, why they came to New York, and I collected the audio and have repurposed 3 of the last phone booths to be removed from the streets of New York into audio players. So you step into the booth, you pick up the phone, and you listen to these stories of migration from New Yorkers.
Tourists and New Yorkers, many themselves from immigrant backgrounds, can call in for a trip back in history while the city hangs on to some of its most nostalgic features.
That is something very original and very unique, at least for me. It's something that you can hear different histories, and it's very touching.
And I started to learn that not just in New York but in other cities the phone booths are being removed. One of the first thoughts that I had immediately was all of the stories that are trapped within these booths from the people who have used them in the past. You know, how many conversations have been had, how many stories have been told. And so when I wanted to do kind of an urban project about migration, a storytelling project, for me the fact that these phone booths were being removed, I immediately thought about bringing them back and putting a different kind of story into them.
Although the interactive art exhibition gets cut off when it closes in September, it's expected to raise awareness and unify society for much longer to come.